California's Governor Jerry Brown recently tried to tell a group of reporters that his policies don't help criminal illegal aliens. That's when Fox News reporter Griff Jenkins spanked him with a brutal response, and it was all caught on video. Jerry Brown has come under fire recently for waffling on his pledge to send National Guard troops in response to President Donald Trump's call for border security. In a letter that he sent to Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen and Secretary of Defense James Mattis on Wednesday, April 11, 2018, Brown pledged 400 troops as one of the border state governors whom Trump had asked for help. The troops Brown had initially pledged were to help in an ongoing program to combat transnational gangs, drug smugglers, and human traffickers. However, included in his letter were Brown's wishes that California guardsmen not be used in enforcing federal immigration laws. "This will not be a mission to build a new wall," Brown wrote. "It will not be a mission to round up women and children or detain people escaping violence and seeking a better life. And the California National Guard will not be enforcing federal immigration laws," Brown added, according to Daily Caller. According to C-SPAN, on April 17, 2018, Brown spoke at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C., where he got hit with a direct question over the destructive effects of his open borders policy. Fox News reporter Griff Jenkins had the honor of humiliating Brown over California's sanctuary state law SB 54 on Tuesday. The leaders of these local communities, from mayors to sheriffs, are saying that your law favors the rights of criminal illegal aliens over the rights and the safety of those communities. "Your response," Jenkins said. "Absolutely false. I'd like to see a scintilla of evidence that would support such an outlandish Fox proposition," Brown shot back, blasting Fox News. "We've heard of fake news, we have Fox News too," and obviously annoyed, Brown further responded. This is when Jenkins took him to the mat. "That's not a Fox proposition." The director of ICE, David Marin and L.A. said that the 6-year-old girl in February that was killed in Fullerton, Grace Aguilar, he says that before your law SB 54 would have been prevented, Jenkins said. That illegal criminal alien had previous DUIs and would have been handed over, and that might not have happened, Jenkins added. This was the moment Brown had wished would not come. How could he possibly have defended his position after Jenkins smoked him with the facts? The truth is, Brown is just as lame as California's SB 54 sanctuary state law. After the press conference was over, Jenkins pursued Brown for a couple more questions that the California liberal wasn't ready for. "Would you consider, if you keep seeing the growing backlash against the law, that maybe a line has been crossed? Are you open to change?" Jenkins asked. Brown began lying in front of the camera immediately. "Well, look, this was a carefully drawn statute that was radically changed from its original introduction," Brown said. If he were telling the truth, he would have mentioned that Republican lawmakers in California and many law enforcement agencies within the state warned Sacramento liberals not to pass SB 54. Brown went on to attempt to defend California's sanctuary state law. But no law is perfect. In some ways, these lawsuits will help clarify it. I think it's pretty close to what it ought to be, but we'll see what the judges say, and if the cities want to come in, that's fine. But let's be honest, there's a lot of politics in this on all sides. I tried to carve a path down the middle to respect our immigrants, to respect our border, and to respect our law, Brown claimed. Jenkins' next question was brutal. What do you say to the families of victims of criminal illegal aliens who say that had the law not been in place they would have these crimes? Brown's only defense was to start attacking Fox News. I think Fox News exploits this issue. We have criminals that do horrible things all the time. Which ones might be documented, which ones aren't, I'll be glad to look at that, Brown said. We have a very strong law enforcement community in the state, and I think to scapegoat the immigrants by these biased stories, with all due respect, I want to protect people, and for you to say that we don't care about victims is really a calamity, Governor Jerry Brown concluded, before stomping off in frustration. In my opinion, Brown can't make a logical argument for California's destructive open borders and sanctuary policies. The consequences of the decision being made by Brown and other state leaders will reach far into the future. It's unfortunate when any state in our country ends up in the hands of men like Brown. But until Californians are tired of paying the price for liberal policies, things will only get worse.